The clock on the dining room wall read 7:42 p.m. on Christmas Eve. The house smelled like roasted ham, cinnamon candles, and the sharp pine of the 10-foot tree Mom had insisted on this year. 15 relatives, cousins I hadn't seen in years, aunts and uncles who flew in from 3 states, filled the extended table, crystal glasses clinking, laughter bouncing off the walls. My brother Liam sat at Mom's right hand, mid-story, gesturing with his fork. And that's how the Weston degree really taught me to think like a CEO. Close the deal, 40% raise, just like that. Everyone leaned in, impressed. Mom's eyes shone like he'd invented electricity. I pushed my chair back. The scrape cut through the noise like a knife. In my hand, a thin red folder. "Liam," I said, voice calm even though my pulse was hammering in my ears. "You don't have a degree from Weston University. You bought a fake diploma for $379 from a site the FTC shut down twice." The room went dead silent. Forks froze halfway to their mouths. Mom's wine glass hovered, red liquid trembling. Liam's face flushed purple. Someone gasped. But the worst part wasn't the shock on everyone's faces, or Liam sputtering. The worst part was Mom turning to me, eyes narrow, and saying, "How dare you ruin Christmas with your jealousy?" Let me take you back so this makes sense. Growing up, our house ran on 2 completely different rule books. Mine, work hard, don't complain, earn everything twice over to be noticed once. Liam's, charm your way through, and Mom would move mountains to protect the story that you were special. Specific memories still sting. Age 14. I needed braces. My teeth were crowding so badly I lisped. Mom sat me down and said, "Sweetheart, money's tight right now." 3 months later, Liam turned 17 and got a shiny used Mustang, red bow on top, parked in the driveway for the whole neighborhood to see. Mom took 100 photos. Age 16. I brought home straight A's, honor roll, scholarship offers already trickling in. Mom glanced at the report card, said, "That's nice, honey," and went back to scrolling Facebook. The same year, Liam barely scraped C's and 1 D. Mom threw a backyard barbecue, grill smoking, balloons, and a banner that read, "Congratulations to our brilliant boy!" She invited 40 people. Senior year. I graduated valedictorian, full ride scholarship to State University. Mom posted 1 blurry photo with the caption, "Proud of both my kids." Liam dropped out of community college after 1 semester, no credits earned. Mom told everyone he was taking a gap year to discover his passion. She had the community college withdrawal letter professionally framed and hung it in the hallway like it was a diploma. I became the invisible engine that kept everything running. Part-time jobs from 15, scholarships, never asked for handouts. Liam became the star who could do no wrong. Then, 3 years ago, out of nowhere, Liam announced he'd completed an accelerated online business program at Weston University. No one had ever heard him mention homework, exams, late-night studying, nothing. But Mom burst into happy tears at the dinner table, hugged him so hard his chair rolled back, and immediately started introducing him as my son, the college graduate. He updated LinkedIn that night. Job offers rolled in. 6 months later, he landed a management role paying double my starting salary. Me, with the actual degree I'd earned in 5 years while working 30 hours a week. Mom threw the biggest party yet. Catered, live music, a custom cake that said, "Congratulations, Liam, Weston University graduate." I smiled in the photos. I told myself it didn't matter. Blood is blood. But it did matter. The crack finally came 4 months ago. I was at my friend Kara's apartment after work, glass of wine in hand, venting. Mom had been texting non-stop about planning the most epic Christmas ever to celebrate Liam's latest promotion. Senior director now. Kara, who's been in corporate recruiting for 8 years, tilted her head. Weston University? That rings a bell. Hold on. She grabbed her laptop, typed for maybe 20 seconds, then spun it toward me. Top result. Weston University exposed as diploma mill. Degrees sold online. No coursework required. My stomach bottomed out. She kept clicking. FTC warnings, Department of Education alerts, news articles from 60 Minutes segments, screenshots of the exact shopping cart checkout page. Price range? $279 to $499, depending on rush delivery and fake transcripts. The university had no campus, no faculty listings, no accreditation, just a Delaware P.O. box and glowing fake testimonials. Kara looked at me. This is the same one. I've seen resumes with it before. Always a red flag. I drove home in a fog. That night, I lay awake staring at the ceiling, replaying every time Mom had brushed off my achievements to prop up Liam's illusions. Over the next 7 weeks, I became a quiet detective. I found the exact diploma template Liam matched. Gold seal, fancy font, $379 with expedited processing. I downloaded FTC complaint records, 3 lawsuits, 2 shutdowns, sites still popping up under new domains. I created a burner email and contacted their registrar. Got a reply in under an hour. Congratulations! Your degree can be ready in 10 to 14 business days. I printed everything. 32 pages of screenshots, official warnings, side-by-side photo comparisons of Liam's framed diploma and the online template. I bound it in a red folder. Christmas red. I told myself it was just insurance. I wouldn't actually use it. Christmas Eve arrived. Mom had gone all out. Rented tables, white tablecloths, caterers in bow ties, mistletoe over every doorway, playlist of classic carols on loop. The house smelled like a magazine spread. Family trickled in all day. Hugs, stories, kids running around. Liam showed up fashionably late in a new designer coat, Rolex flashing, on credit probably, launching into tales of multi-million-dollar negotiations and executive mentorship programs. Mom hung on every word, topping off his glass before anyone else's. Dinner started at 7:30 sharp. By 7:40, Liam was deep in a story. My Weston professors really drilled strategic thinking into us. My throat closed. Hands shook under the table. I stood. You know what I said. Liam barked a laugh. You're joking. This is crazy. Mom's voice cut like ice. Sit down right now. You're embarrassing yourself and the whole family. I opened the folder and began laying pages on the white tablecloth like evidence in court. Page 1, template. Page 2, Liam's LinkedIn headshot with diploma visible, zoomed, matched. Page 3, FTC cease and desist letter. Page 4, my burner email exchange. I didn't shout. I just kept placing pages, one by one. Uncle Ray, retired attorney, picked up the FTC letter, adjusted his glasses, started reading aloud. Aunt Teresa Googled on her phone, whispered, "Oh my God, it's real." Cousin Jenna, 22 and in law school, murmured, "This is fraud." Liam tried every deflection. "It's a different Weston. There are multiple schools with that name." Grandpa, 91 and quiet until then, said softly, "Son, stop." Mom clutched her necklace. "She's always been jealous. She's struggling at work, taking it out on you." I met her eyes. "Mom, I have a master's degree I paid for with 5 years of night classes and double shifts. I just got promoted last quarter. I'm not struggling. I'm exhausted from carrying the truth alone. Liam slammed the table. You hacked my computer. This is illegal. No, Liam. I used Google and public records, same as your employer could have. Dad had been silent all evening, nursing one beer, watching. He reached over, took the stack from Uncle Ray, flipped slowly through every page. Then he looked at Liam. Is this true? Liam's mouth opened, closed, opened again. No sound. Mom grabbed Dad's sleeve. She's blowing it out of proportion. Dad gently pulled away. Let him answer. The grandfather clock ticked loud in the silence. Liam deflated. Yeah, it's true. Mom made a wounded sound, like someone had struck her. Liam tried one last spin. But it's not that big a deal. Tons of executives buy these. Experience matters more than paper. Uncle Ray shook his head. No, son. Companies verify. When they find out, it's automatic termination, and often legal action. Aunt Teresa was already on the phone with her HR director friend. She put it on speaker. Falsifying credentials? Immediate dismissal, no severance, possible blacklist in the industry. By 10:15, the table had turned into an impromptu tribunal. Cousin Mark, cybersecurity guy, pulled up Liam's company policy on his laptop. Clear clause on credential verification. We pieced together the timeline. Bought a diploma 2.5 years ago. Used it on 12 job applications. Never completed a single credit. Grandpa sighed, voice cracking. We raised you to be better than shortcuts. Mom sat frozen, mascara starting to run. Liam stormed out to the back porch. Mom followed, pleading through tears. The rest of us stayed inside, talking in low voices, passing the folder around like it was radioactive. Consequences hit fast and hard. January 3rd, 9 days after Christmas, Liam's HR called. An anonymous tip had come in. I didn't send it, but news travels in families. They launched a full investigation. Liam confessed rather than fight. Fired on the spot. No references. His luxury apartment lease fell through. Background check flagged the discrepancy. Credit cards maxed from the lifestyle he couldn't actually afford. By February, he was back in his old bedroom at 31, job hunting with a huge resume gap. Mom tried damage control, told neighbors I'd misunderstood a paperwork error, begged me on the phone to apologize for hurting your brother. I stayed calm. Mom, I'm done apologizing for the truth. When you're ready to see both your children clearly, I'm here. Until then, I need distance. I set firm boundaries. Low contact, no obligatory holidays. 10 months later. It's October now. I'm standing on stage in a downtown Chicago hotel ballroom, delivering the keynote on integrity in professional credentials to 400 HR leaders and recruiters. My slides, sharp data, real case studies, anonymized, built on the masters I actually earned, are met with a standing ovation. 4 months ago, I accepted the director title I'd been grinding toward for 6 years. Bigger team, bigger impact, salary that finally matches my value. Dad and I meet every Sunday morning for coffee. He's deep in therapy, reading books on enmeshment and favoritism. He says my name now with uncomplicated pride, asks about my projects, celebrates my wins without comparison. Aunt Teresa, Uncle Ray, and 5 cousins created a group chat we call The Real Ones. We plan weekend trips, send encouragement, show up for each other. No eggshells, no golden children. Mom texted in July. I was wrong. I'm seeing a counselor. I miss you. We've had 3 careful phone calls since. Slow, honest progress. Liam is enrolled full-time at the State University. Real classes, real tuition paid with warehouse night shifts and student loans. No shortcuts this time. We don't speak, and that's okay. I bought the condo with the floor-to-ceiling windows and the balcony overflowing with herbs. I mentor 4 young women who grew up overshadowed by favored siblings. We meet monthly. They call me when they need courage. I've spoken at 6 conferences this year. Every time a stranger messages, "Your story helped me stop accepting crumbs," I feel the full weight of what I reclaimed. That Christmas Eve, I didn't just expose a fake degree. I shattered a toxic pattern that had defined my life for 30 years. I chose truth over silence, myself over people-pleasing. And the life I've built since? It's spacious, it's mine, it's thriving. It's not just enough, it's everything.